Okay, so welcome everybody in another tournament game. It's second game from Grand Finals between Alex and Inquisitor Riistan. Alex is Obe here in TS, and for you, the game is casted by Pharaoh.
And Dominus.
Yeah, before a moment, we just casted first game between the guys. It was Orcs versus Eldar. It was very swingy 5-round game, something like this. And it was won by Riistan. Just to remind the formula, it's best of 3. So if Riistan wins another one, there is no point in playing last one because it's 3 games being played, and who wins the most is the winner of the whole tournament.
Yep.
Okay, they were so quickly with the face. So Alex banned Eldars. Oh, sorry, Orcs.
Yeah, so this last game, Riistan was second player, so this time Alex is second player. So Riistan gets to pick who bans and who picks. So I think Obi banned first, Alex banned first, right? And then he banned Orcs, which Riistan played last game, and now Riistan banned Eldar, which Alex played last game.
Exactly, and Riistan as a second player immediately took Tyranids. And there we have it, Space Marines from Alex.
Yeah, just a correction. He is first player, Riistan. But yes, since he's first
yeah,
player,
sorry.
he gets to pick first, or he gets to pick if he wants to pick first or not. And he picked Tyranids, obviously, first. And then Alex picked Space Marine. And I like Space Marine. I've always had a soft spot for them since people started writing that they were bad. I like to prove people wrong, so I'm happy to see Space Marines.
Me too. We probably seen a game or two already between Tyranids and Space Marines during this tournament. Do you think, from Alex's perspective, it was the best choice? Would you pick Space Marines if you know your opponent's playing Tyranids?
I think it would definitely be an option. I'm thinking about which factions I would have picked otherwise.
Tricky. It's
Yeah.
tricky versus Tyranids. Eldar were banned.
Yeah, exactly. Eldar is the other strong in space faction, I would say. Strong in the void. But I think both Necrons and Tau are also pretty strong against Tyranids.
An option.
Yes.
Yeah, Necron would be. I think here Alex might be aiming for a longer game with Space Marines. Let's see, because both of this faction, I would consider them ladder being late game-ish. Why do I think that? Space Marines are pretty slow in development, and they tend to be really tanky and can win battles by morale and defense later on. They have really good deck. And Tyranids, on the other hand, has dominate ability, which really benefits over the time because they always get one additional asset. So it accumulates.
Yeah, they gain more from their ability the longer the game goes.
Okay, this is already a good opener. I opened one of the Tyranids games this way.
I would have expected him to put a Devour bioship there also.
Oh yeah.
To be able to use the card that turns a bioship into a warrior.
Yeah.
So, but I guess he thinks this is strong enough, you know. And I think Space Marine in general aren't famous for being the most aggressive faction early on, so maybe that's why he feels safe, you know.
But can be aggressive. What we see here, he chooses the sides with double reinforcement, and this is something I like to use to surprise my opponent. Because what we can do here is we can turn this Space Marine into a tank or another Space Marine into scout, another scout into Space Marine, and has really formidable force first round.
I just
Okay.
realized something. Alex doesn't have a system that gives him
Cash.
cash, which is what you usually want, I would say, as Space Marine.
Yeah, definitely. As this is one of the weaker points of Space Marines, that they have very not flexible home system. I like this two reinforcement side, but you really would like to draw something with cash. So he's sure that his maximum income first round, his maximum, I mean, money that he can spend will be 6, not more. Where for Eldar it could be as much as 12 even.
Yeah. And then to go back to the game that they just played, where the orcs wanted more of a land bridge connection between the systems, and the Eldar wanted the void. Now they've switched sides basically, so Riistan's looking for more voids in between systems, I would say, and Alex wants more of a land bridge. Do you agree with that, Fro?
Definitely. Tyrannids are very similar to Eldar in that case, and very fragile, especially at the beginning. For the Space Marine, it depends, because Space Marine has to adjust to opponent. And in this way, I would say you would rather play them more orcish style. But when I play versus orcs, then I play Eldar Space Marine as an Eldar, for instance. So they're flexible. But yeah, here in that matchup, you would
In this
rather
game,
see.
yeah. Which you can see now how Riistan is placing his factory system, basically making voids in the middle of the map to ensure not easy access to the systems.
He makes Alex choose a stress point for this, because Alex probably will put his next system somewhere nearby Tyranny's home system, and they will struggle over either at one side or another one. And
yeah, and he kept the Devour bioship to put pressure towards the last system that Alex plays, I would say.
okay, I like this kind of play. If you're first player, it's one of the tools to bring initiative into your hands.
Yeah. So he's probably gonna use the last Devourer bioship and the Gaunt to put pressure towards the economy planet of the Space Marine that Alex places.
And Devour is great because it has two uses. First, it will work as a transport, and second, it can suddenly become a warrior during the battle due to one deck cards. I like this idea. It's like you having both flexibility in the movement and potentially big force. It's something I started to do recently, is to leave 2 units for the last system to just counterweight on my opponent when I first player.
Yeah, I think I've been leaning towards that more myself also. If we take Space Marines for an example, if I'm first player, I recently tended to put maybe one unit on the first tile and not even on the objective, so next to the objective, and then I build like Tyranids have done this round. I build like this, so I get a home system next to my system. And
Okay.
then I use the home system and the last tile. I put my original home system, which is on the board now, with basically the same setup: Scout, Space Marine, and Scout, but no objectives. That way I put pressure on the opponent, and I also have defenses in form of this system protecting my weak system that I placed first. So I take the initiative from the second player in the placement, basically, because I rule how the board is built in the long direction, and then I take control with the warp storms. So I use the warp storms to safeguard my home system and put pressure towards him. And
Like
it's
this idea.
almost always results in the other player having to put his warp storm so he's built in, so I have free reign. But I'm still trying it out, but I like the idea, and I think it's working okay for Space Marines at least.
Here we can see.
This is interesting. He's putting pressure towards the objective, not the factory. I tend to go for pressure towards the factory, but this can also be very good. Tyranids are very offensive, like they want to go on the offensive, but in defense they're not so good. And one Gaunt is pretty easy to dislodge.
I think, but that's quite an exotic option. This last system that Space Marine has double forge on the other side. This is one of my favorite systems when I play against factions like Eldars and Tyranids. And Tyranids especially, because Tyranids has very low hit points, and ironically, they are great targets for orbital strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So winning War of Attrition might be really in the space. That depends how the player chooses to play, but I like ships a lot. I like to decide games in Void and play rather late game quite safely and just bombard out everything. It's possible, of course, games does not look that very often, but there is a potential in that strategy.
Yeah.
But I think we might see something more aggressive here. He's still thinking.
I think he has identified what we were talking about earlier also, that Riistan has a plan to put aggressiveness towards his gold mine planet here he's going to place. So I think he's
they both had it. They both have it again. You see. Yeah, previous game they also draw free material planet, and one player each player has one. Fair enough.
But this game there will be one less material because of the Tyranids system in the middle. It only has 2 material. I think last game we had the max minimum of 3
18.
material in every
It happens
system.
really rarely.
Yes.
What do you choose? For me, I tend to prioritize the dominating options most of the times.
Yeah, I think I have a soft spot for domination also. It kind of depends. I think, like, for some races, obviously it's not as important. If I would take one example, like the Tau, you kind of want to dominate a lot with, and for example, the Necrons, you might want to dominate less, depending on the game. But in general, I tend to favor sides that are good for domination. So, say for example, the Space Marine with 2 reinforcements, or the Tyranid home system here with a reinforcement and a resource.
I agree. Yeah, but the home systems are a bit stronger than usual systems, because on standard systems you either has free material and one asset to dominate, or 2 material and 2 assets.
Yes.
I believe it's fair rule for each systems besides the home systems, which has 3 materials and 2 assets always. One thing that is interesting from Tyranny's placement is that he put both his factory and hive ship. Oops. Okay, one of the player dropped, some connections problems.
Okay, we'll wait. We can talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of doing this, putting both hive ship and factory, because the Tyranids has very strong card, which is called breeding chambers, and that basically makes each of your hive ships becomes a factory.
Yeah.
A mobile one, and very durable. It has 6 hit points.
So would you say you would rather put the small ship in the home system and then
No, not ship at all. I think I tend to split. Well, that depends, of course, but I like putting the Devour ship in the first system, like you said at the beginning, to just potentially reinforce the defense. Then maybe lone factory somewhere. Depends if I'm first player or second, because if I'm second, then it's very safe. And hive ship somewhere else. But you can always move that hive ship. It may be useful to just transport troops and then becomes the factory eventually. But without the doubt, breeding chambers is one of the most important and the strongest order upgrades from the Galaxy in Flames expansion, I would say.
Yeah, I agree to that. I think in general, when thinking back of my games when I played Tyranids, I think in general I do what you just said. I tend to place the smaller ship with my Bastion and then no ships in my home system and the hive ship in the last system I place.
I think this makes sense because you try to spread your strengths as much as possible. Of course, sometimes it's better to consolidate, but that leaves a lot of flexibility. What is really nice about the Forbidden Stars is that each of the experienced player really develops his own style, and like these games reflects the maybe not personalities but the preferences of the players really well, I would say.
Yes, I would also say that. Like you described, you want to fight in space and go for longer games. I think, me personally, at the moment at least, I'm in more of a favor of aggressive playstyle. Uh, so I place aggressively. But
Oh,
so in this case, I'm more like how Riistan plays, I would say, and you might be more like Alex plays. But
well, the first game was very aggressive from both sides.
yes,
Definitely, Alex was very aggressive, but there is something in what you said. Riistan is tremendously aggressive,
yes,
especially when he picks like Necrons. We'll see about the Tyranids, because this is like they can be really strong early. They have very good combat upgrades. Also, they are most dependent on luck, I would say, on what you roll during the combats.
yeah,
Because when you are Eldar, you have the right guard, at least, which covers your 1 hit points aspect warriors, but for Tyranids, your only hit points units is probably your Titan at the very end.
yes.
And that's the problem sometimes, that you don't have the units to tank.
So this is interesting how they place the warp storms. In the end, Alex went for the home system next to the home system. He was thinking about putting it in the middle, which would have been interesting, but I think this is more solid option. Yeah.
It's a bit risky from Alex's side, I think. I mean, putting both objective and factory together here in this, he would really
I think he
need to
wants to
care.
put pressure, like he wants to lock Riistan in, but then again he is second player, so I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to do the same thing. He wants to take the first objective early and then build up.
With Rush, for instance, after Dominate and maybe Land Rider or two Space Marines going for the Bastion,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
may absolutely work. But you will have problem next round if you commit too much, because I think big space battles are incoming on the right side of the table, I would say.
Yes, yes. I would agree. Between the home systems on the right side,
Yeah.
that's there will be ship fights there.
That would be decided in space.
And then the question is, okay, they're placing very fast. They
Yeah.
both know. they know what they want to do, apparently.
I think Riistan has quite. There will be two dominates here probably, because the Tyrannies can have up to 4 assets of one type. So it's like it breaks the basic rule when you can have only 3.
But here we'll see if it comes back to Hunt Riistan that he doesn't have a Devour bioship in the middle there.
All right. And do we expect an aggression? I would say so. I really see an advance in the middle. It may be like dominate.
But do you think it's a build from the Tyranids on the bottom left?
I would
Is
say
it-
it's a strategize.
Yeah, I think also it's a strategize, but it could be a build, a sneaky build, and then an attack. I don't know. And Alex is all over the board.
Yeah, I like this kind of setup. I mean, it's very flexible. Okay.
Oh, there's a strategize there. So that might actually be a build up in the bottom left. We'll see.
Okay, what he for sure he picked the Tarmagan
Tarmagan
Brute.
Brood, because this card is.
It will be nerfed.
It will be nerfed.
Yeah, it's
It's a
complete.
very strong card at the moment. I can't imagine he picked anything else.
Yes. Yes, it's auto pick. No matter what you're playing against, what cards your opponent took, Tarmagan Brute is just pure gold.
The new changes is making you pick between getting reinforcements and guns, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
at the moment, it's doing basically everything. It's good for everything, right? But
Yes, it's good for morale, attack, defense even.
okay, so he
Okay, Genostella hybrids go
yeah,
out.
switched out hybrids.
Dominate? Yes, he want to dominate as fast as possible, but
Yeah.
already.
And he
And
will
let's see,
upgrade.
will he upgrade?
I
What
think
would
he
do
will.
is, yeah, I think so, but Land Rider? Or
No, I think he will make a Space Marine out of the scout on the objective planet boat.
I like Land Rider play because this one hit point really makes a difference sometimes to withstand the bigger salvos from the guns. Obviously, it has one downside. You
Oh,
are
he
not
didn't.
getting. Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, so he does not need that. Okay, and there.
Maybe he doesn't want to commit too much to it because he realized what you said, that there's going to be ship battles down in the bottom.
Yeah.
So
And
Tyranid
that might
start
cost
with
him
one
too much.
reinforcement, so now he already has 2. Yes, exactly.
So what do we see? 2 strike cruisers?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And Bastion?
Yeah, maybe.
or if he has strategized in the middle. Okay, one for sure, and one scout.
Okay.
So I believe this is a strategize. He needs maybe glory and death. I'm not a big fan of this scout because it's not much of an. I mean, scout is really weak unit on its own.
Yeah. It needs to be behind a bastion or a space marine or something. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, so bastion is definitely better idea. At least you can be aggressive with bastion.
Yeah, and depending on how many reinforcement tokens he uses in the upcoming battle, he still might have reinforcements. Okay, so he ended up going with a bastion and a strike cruiser.
Okay, so that's strategized definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Or bastion? No, I don't think so.
So much money.
Okay, this is what we've been talking about. Space Marine has no possibility to dominate for cash, and in the same time, Tyrannid has 4 cash tokens. This is big.
But Tyranids, at least they didn't build in their home system, so he has to do that. But he's second player next game.
He's playing for strong second round.
Yeah.
Like this. That's why I like to be first player.
The thing is, his hive ship can be in for some nasty surprise if the strike cruiser with the ambush lands a hit on him.
Ah, correct.
I've done that to Riistan, and I don't think he was happy about it.
Yeah, you managed to kill the hive ship.
Yes.
That's something. During my last of my tournament games, I lost hive ship round 1 because I was too cocky with its 6 hit points that two Tau ships with 2 hit points killed it. Everything was dead, but losing hive ship first round was like, I'm going to lose.
Yeah. Hive ship have a tendency to tank a lot, but also Tau can do some orky stuff. Okay.
Glory and death absolutely makes sense. This was my pick for this battle.
What do you think about removing Fury?
I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
Fury is good card versus Tyrannis, I would say, but also Ambush is versus only versus the Leviathan.
Oh, look, it was a build. Aha.
Whoa. Okay.
I think he wants to have a threat up there, so he can just move out next round.
So big building incoming. He didn't put a build here. Very nice, because he does not waste orders this round.
Now the question is, it's gonna be a Space Marine, and okay, he's going all in, yeah.
And that makes sense, because if he succeeds, then Tyrannid is quite far away from reaching this.
I mean, from doing this, he will lose 1 material, obviously, since he had 2+1. But he will gain 2 if he wins, and the Tyranids will lose 2. So it's still a good trade.
That's not a good roll for Tyranids.
No,
it's Riistan this time.
Yeah, we managed to roll only morale.
Fair enough. Previous game, one of the decisive battles. One was lost by Alex due to the fact that he rolled 4 and then 5th morale in total in really important moments. So now we have, the tides were turned back.
Yes. Yeah, I see Space Marines winning this battle.
Definitely.
And maybe gaining Bastion. Yes.
Well, at the moment they are losing on morale, and you have to remember they have this Termagant Brood, which is It's really, this card can over a lot of bad things. I'm not sure if I would try to win versus Tyrannids on morale. It's
Yeah.
tempting, but very risky, avoiding killing them.
So the card Pharaoh is referring to Termagant Brood, which is like what everybody picks at the moment. It gives you a reinforcement, and one reinforcement counts as a Gaunt, and a Gaunt has 3 morale. So Tyrannids have good morale, and they can pretty quickly get a lot of morale. Yeah, he's going for the aggressive play. Makes
and
sense.
that's better. Maybe he's able to win on a morale, but why try? Okay, this one.
And there we have another card giving a reinforcement. So he could lose 2 of his reinforcements and then take the rest on the Bastion, I guess. No, he kills the Bastion, okay. He doesn't want to take a chance and give the Space Marine a Bastion. I understand that.
Makes sense.
But now it's very much in favor of the Space Marine to win this.
You highlight the cards, by the way, when when they play it.
What do you say?
No, just with Alt button to just we'll see on the stream.
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
Okay, so here we have it, Termagant Brute.
Yes, this card is very strong and will be changed.
It's not Miracle Maker in this situation.
No.
But still.
Yeah, he just takes the damage on the
Okay.
Yes.
So everything is dead because Gaunt has 1 hit points and Space
and then
Marines.
he all his units are unrouted.
And he loses reinforcements anyway, so well played.
No, he uses the scout to spend 1 morale to retreat.
Sorry. No, he cannot go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be legal path there. Okay, that's very good because he has still an option to
dominate and
dominate for 2 reinforcements.
Yes, that's very good.
It's crucial to win on morale versus Tyrannid sometimes. Maybe or take this damage from Termagant Brute. Nice one. Very strong beginning.
Yeah, this is a great opening from the Space
I like
Marine.
this play.
But then again, what we can't see on the board yet is all the cash that the Tyrannid is sitting on.
But potentially, Space Marine will have something to dominate in the middle. There is a cash token and forge.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, Space Marine has 18 total. Nice. And okay, Tyrannid 6.
I think getting Tyrannids to go down a little in material was crucial also for Space Marine, just to not let him go bananas with the
with
cash.
all of these cash tokens. Okay.
And he can get a combat upgrade and
for 1.
Yeah.
So what would it be? Reaper Swarms.
Reaper Swarms, I would
I like
say.
this card. But to be honest, second strongest for me is Warrior Brute because it's a bit similar to Termagant Brute. It's basically also defensive card. I would say it's a strong pick. That really depends how Space Marines choose to play the combats but
he went with Reaper Swarms.
Okay.
For Hormogant Brood. Jesus, hard to say. Oh.
What is this? Okay,
Rights of
so
battle.
oh,
This is not
the,
as good.
the best tactic in the game, right? So basically, he can rain of fire for free. Surprisingly good versus Tyranids. I mean,
yes, exactly.
making fun of it, but at least you can make some use during this game out of this card.
Mm-hmm. Why doesn't he buy? He hasn't realized he has a bastion, or
He has a bastion, but I mean he doesn't have a city.
oh, he doesn't have a city. That's why.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
the only it's his only legal pick.
Yes. There he got Rain of Fire. Yeah.
Okay, now Tyrannies will go bananas in home system.
Yeah. Now Space Marines have to hold the line, which is what they do. So. I'm guessing we will see maybe even 2 strategize from the Space Marine this round.
Yeah, because
Hold the
it's
line
possible.
and drop pod assault are both very valuable in this scenario, I would think. It's dangerous for the Tyrannid to just rush in on the home system with his hive ship, I would say.
It won't be hive ship alone, I would say.
No.
Because definitely we'll see the build on top. The problem is the Space Marines is able to immediately attack the second objective. That's a huge problem.
Yeah.
And that's why maybe the build in the home system wasn't bad idea previous round, because now he will build even more. You know, he has building capacity of 4, and you cannot build both Great Fleet and Great Land Army.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 2 warriors, Bastion. Well, that's quite strong.
Considering also the hive ship is out of position to give him a clear path to the Bastion world. So.
Yeah, so definitely one Devourer has to be built.
Exactly.
Okay, so we start the exchange here.
This is very interesting, considering he also has Rain of Fire. He can basically delete the Gaunt and take the Void to block off the Tyrannid from doing much.
Yeah, but he will be covered definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Tyrannid's planning on expansion in top left as well.
Yeah, I would think that's why he built the city there. The thing is, if he brings the Gaunt, he can't bring the Devourer ship. So
it will be operation for 2 advance orders to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And Space Marines has pretty easy time defending it, I would say. He already has strong... Well, all of his troops remained after this first battle.
Mm-hmm. If he dominates that area also, and he makes a Space Marine out of that,
And reinforcement, yeah.
Yeah, and 2 reinforcements. That's a strong move, I would say. Considering in the home systems, I'm not sure I want to just, if I were the Tyranids, attack a Space Marine Bastion world with, if he has also reinforcements. And even the ship battle, if he has 2 reinforcements,
Too
and
risky,
he has
you say?
ambush, yeah.
Okay.
If he has 2 reinforcements, 2 strike cruisers, and ambush, that's a hard bargain. Then you really don't want to let damage come through, or you want a lot of dice, so you roll morale, which you can trade for not getting deleted in space.
And there is also Glory and Death, which is quite strong because the Tyrannids haven't got many abilities which grants him die. And Glory and Death make your opponent loses one defense or moral die. This is I think the strongest picks versus Tyrannids.
Yeah.
You know, most players probably already know that the default pick for Space Marines usually is Hold the Line. Like,
Yes.
it's overall the best suited card for that faction, but
I think it's one of the cards that, like you said, WOG for orcs. It gives you a lot as Space Marines. You gain the defense, the rally, and then obviously another dice. And Space Marines really want more dice because they roll very few dices in their initial roll in general. But they also have a lot of strong defensive cards in their main hand. So it's kind of just like putting more cake on cake, you know?
yeah. Yeah, they already start with Blessed Power Armor, which is the most defensive cards in the
Yes, and even
base
Recon,
decks.
which can be 3 defense also. So here we go, ship battles. Like
Yeah, this is as expected. Okay, more scouts. But did he play the order?
Did he reveal the order? I don't think he has, but yeah.
Okay, I do this mistake sometimes as well.
Yes.
When you're so focused in the game, you already
Yeah.
make plans in your head and just forget to turn the pieces. Okay, what do we have here?
Strategize.
Once more. And what we can expect? Without number, I think, maybe. How many? Oh,
Warrior Brood.
Not sure, but I would say so. Probably Warrior Brood. Or Reign of Spores, I wouldn't get rid of. This is probably Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, I think he will switch out.
Oh,
Reign of Spores, okay.
Okay. This is very interesting card. It can be really weak or really strong. It's no middle ground there.
The one he picked up, or
No. Reign of Spores.
yeah.
It's really good if you have ship, but if you don't have ship, it's a dead draw.
I think he realized getting it to work in the bottom left is a lot of work since he needs the bridge to get the gaunt over on the other side. So
What will he see? Two ships, two warriors and Bastion, I would say. Okay, to devour. Oh, Space Marines might try to hunt for Leviathan with three.
yes.
Yeah, and he has a city, so he can build warriors as well.
And consider Glory and Death is very good. It can remove a morale, if I'm not mistaken, and then you can play ambush, so he doesn't have morale to.
Yes, and the attacker choose. That's correct.
But then again, if Riistan just rolls 3 morale like he did in the opening battle, it shouldn't be a problem.
What do we have here? Already 3-unit boat, warrior, Bastion, and
warrior, yeah.
2 devours. Yeah, Bastion is a building, so it does not count. And another devourer. The problem with devours is they have just 1 die. Yes, at least 2 hit points.
He put the devourer wisely next
As
to
a shield.
the hive. Yeah. I would have done the same.
Escort cruiser there.
I would have done exactly the same.
To be honest, I would probably even put 2 there and one on the just to make my opponent busy. And there may be counter attack, but we'll see.
Oh, he's thinking
about He's thinking about spreading as strong as possible, but
I think
but
he's thinking about it in the way that you were thinking about it, like how he wants to, if he wants to entice Space Marine to come for him on a certain tile or not.
you know, this may be a bait because moving all 3 cruisers is not in the best interest of Alex as well.
No, exactly.
Yeah, because he would really like to have at least one there just for safety. So maybe he feels safe that his hive ship won't be attacked at all. Okay.
This
is good.
This is interesting.
This is also good because this hive ship is... It's safe by its strategic position, I would say.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to dominate yet, so he doesn't have reinforcements.
Oh yeah, he was blocked there. So one more argument, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now it's a trade.
Yes.
You can come with 2, maybe 3, 2 strike cruisers if you want to keep one. Maybe you win, but then I will come with 1 Leviathan hive ship and open the path, and you will have really bad time getting rid of that hive ship from this place, which is an opener to the objective. I'm not sure I would conduct any action at a Space Marine in this case.
No, it's very risky here.
But in a moment, the Tyrannid will come for me, but just with 2 units. There's Warrior and Gaunt, and this is not much.
No, that's true.
I think it's probably... Well, I would probably put this order on, on my...
On your
event
event
deck. Yeah.
deck, yeah.
I don't see a very beneficial fight there. Even if you win the space combat...
If Tyranids want to fight against Space Marines in space and just not attack the Bastion world, then it's gonna have problems retreating. No, he has to retreat to a friendly. So say he commits the Leviathan and the Devourer bioships, that can be bad because you can only have 3 ships on one space. Correct.
Correct. Space Marine has 6 dice. I started calculating what you said. If Space Marines do not conduct an action right now, and then Tyranids say, I'm too weak to go for the Bastion, so maybe attack in space. I would go with 1 Leviathan and 2 Devourers, probably.
Yeah.
But would that be enough?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
At least he can do that before the Space Marine dominates.
Oh, something happening there. I can relate to his dilemma really, because when I reveal the order, I'm so tempted to just kick my opponent. But it can be so bad for me if it, goes well, not well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay right now, and it can go terrible in a moment by your bad decision and your being impatient.
Yeah, and you already planned in your head, so you're semi-committed to the move. Oh, I'm going to attack, and then, oh no, it's a giant chip there or something. Then you oh, I'm going to attack, but then you realize it's not so smart to attack.
And then finally you say, okay, YOLO. And then you lose the game.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes giving your opponent something to attack and then denying him a good attack is even better than attacking. Giving him a bad choice or choosing between 2 bad choices, basically.
Yeah. He was thinking about 2 ships.
Yeah.
This was the only move I would consider, but not the best one still.
Yeah, with the reinforcements, sure, but not as it is now, no.
Okay, this
Okay.
this was expected,
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure it's so good. Tyrannus has one more card, right? Or two?
Two.
Oh, he has 3 upgraded cards. Space Marine has 1. Okay, so
Mhm.
this was the good moment, and
he has 2 reinforcements.
Space Marine was not able to reinforce. So maybe that was the best moment he picked. 17 morale.
Yeah. And
It's
more HP than the gaunts. Like the reinforcements in space
it's
counts as
14
more.
in total
Yeah.
here. Yeah, they are better. The space battles tend to be more bloody than the ground ones because the basic statistics for the ships are 2-2-2. Like this is like the Space Marine has. It's the
Mhm.
baseline, and most land units usually has the balance shifted toward the defense, so they
Yeah.
last longer. I'm not expecting a 3-round combat here, but we'll see. Probably something
He
will
has
be dead.
Termagant Brood, yeah.
Okay, I know what is going on. Yes, this is just strong. Reconnaissance. Okay, he probably just wants to save as much as possible.
Mhm. He can use morale to retreat one of his units.
I would do so if I have the opportunity, and probably next round I will do the same if I have another one, because
Mhm.
there's no way Space Marine is going to win that battle.
Yeah, exactly. So lose a ship and then retreat one and then retreat the other one
Yes.
if you have the possibility.
Yes, it's always good to conserve your units if possible, because this way if he has another one, he had good roll to morals. Oh no,
He didn't?
he didn't. I'm not sure this is the best one. He has Reaper Swarms as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what I suspect.
Oh, he had. Oh, he should
I
have
would really,
retreated. Yeah.
yes, 2 times, really. That now it's too late.
Yes. His retreats. So.
Yes, one will be saved, but
Yeah.
he could save 2, and that wouldn't be that bad. Okay, so
I mean, he still
situation.
survives and it's routed, right?
No, it has to take 3. No, sorry.
Oh, he gets 2 shields.
Oh, right. You're correct.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about this round?
Yeah, exactly. So. Yes.
Blessed Power Armor, maybe this is probably the only thing that rescues you. No. Oh,
Goes down swinging.
yes, but the ambush does not work.
Yeah, he has some morale dice, so.
Also, it requires the unit that to be
Exactly.
standing.
Yes, yes.
Yes, for the just if somebody does not play, for the combat ability of the unit to work, the unit must be unrouted, standing one.
Yes. So on the bottom of the combat card, there's, for example, Blessed Power Armor. It has a Bastion, Space Marine, or Strike Cruiser. That means you have to have a unrouted of one of those units or the Bastion. If you don't get to do the thing that is
Exactly.
specified. And in this
Well,
case, the Strike Cruiser was already routed. But I think he should have retreated.
Yes, I consider that definitely a mistake. There could be one more.
And there comes the Advance up there. And there's the Dominate. Yeah.
That was really well played by Riistan this round.
Mm-hmm.
So the Space Marine has to really think about defending this one, because I feel like his factory might be in trouble.
Yes.
the funny part is his Bastion and 3 scouts are completely cut off, and I don't see much hope for these guys. They might stuck there.
He might get. Oh.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of
Yeah.
commitment,
Yeah.
which is that at the moment.
Mhm.
Okay, what do we have? The event cards. The material is 8 to 8. Okay, quite even.
Yeah, so they're both on 9 after they added that. But I favor the Tyrannid's position, even though Space Marine. Okay.
Okay, that's great one. He would definitely would like to put the Space Marine on his factory.
Mhm.
This is probably one of the weakest schemes in the game.
Yes, but it can be really interesting.
It's
either
very
way.
situational.
Mhm.
But most of the time I played it just to skip my opponent turn, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I usually do also.
But yeah, it happens from time to time that it comes in the right time and it can make a difference.
Yeah, if you have maybe you defend an objective, you get pushed off it, but you survive because Space Marines are very tanky, and then you rally them and you attack back.
This is the difference between like average or weak scheme and good one, that the good one, like auto maneuver, is always good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more flexible.
Yeah.
It's always useful.
And this one is very situational. Space Marine has more things of that sort. Also, Exterminatus. I like this card,
I
but
think
rarely
yeah,
can be used really effectively.
I think he wants to use Unreviving Resolve for the Warp Storm movement, though,
Okay, this is also
to
this is
block
also
his home system.
I see. Really makes sense. Gives him some so he picks definitely the warp because
Yeah.
the effect is obviously the free Space Marines is one of the best tactics.
Yes, I would agree with
Very
that.
solid, very solid. Okay, and still have an like opportunity to maybe pass on the Riistan turn. And what do we have?
Gain 2 forges.
Okay, maybe we see some Carnifexes or Hive ships. Will probably.
He doesn't have anywhere to build where his hive ship is, which is a downside, I guess. If he gets the upgrade where he can build with the hive ship.
Yeah, that's not going to happen yet. But I was thinking about maybe his home system that he will set up for another like second round, so it will be fourth round. This
Yeah.
you know what I mean when the warp
Yes,
store
yes.
opens. His position is quite safe there. It's the Alex problem now to
Dislodge his units, yes. He needs
yeah.
to make Tyranids either die or move
And
away.
here we come to the one thing that what I mentioned at the very beginning, that I like the second side of the bottom middle system, which with 2 forges.
Mm-hmm.
Because with one city, it allows you to build battle barges.
Yeah. And just going back to what we talked about earlier, if he would have retreated strike cruisers, so we had 2 strike cruisers. Look at the positioning now of the warp storm in the home system of this, or like where the ships are. He could, if he attacks, he can manage to kill the units, and he has 2 reinforcements. So if he has 2 strike cruisers, he would have 2 strike cruisers and 2 reinforcements in that battle. So it can be very strong.
That's quite okay. I mean, it's not enough definitely versus this Leviathan hive ship and 2 small ships, but at least you can go for this single devour, but I think what Alex might try to do is to go for second objective this round.
Yeah.
It will be hard. He will have to, like, his ship will be chased, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
He might try to go for fast victory because he is second player right now. He has Space
And
Marine
he
and
also
Scout.
has unwavering resolve, which he could use for, like you said, make opponent
Riistan
waste. Yeah.
order.
Yeah. Or not waste, but use his order so he gets put even more behind on the initiative part of
If
it.
he had this card previous round, he would be able to dominate before these combats here.
Yes.
So yeah, that card can make some difference.
That's the fun thing with this card, because the thing that it seemingly does when you read the text is not the strongest part of the card.
Yeah, absolutely. Each of base game factions has one scheme that allows you to do something instead of revealing an order.
Mhm.
Space Marines is the weakest one, but the effect itself is still good because it messes with the order of the token orders.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and something with that messes with economy of the orders is always strong, I find out.
Yeah, it's kind of like you were talking about in the last game about interrupting your opponent. That can be very strong, just interrupting the flow, which is basically what Tristan or Riistan did last game or last turn. He interrupted the dominate, which pretty much destroyed any chances of winning for the Space Marine.
Definitely, if he had these two reinforcements during this combat, maybe there was a hope. I'm still not sure because the combat upgrades are the problem for Alex
Exactly.
right now.
But at least he would have more options to be
More
aggressive,
options,
or maybe manage to retreat and survive
more ships,
with all ships. So he has 3 ships left in the
not
end.
one.
Yeah. But then again, now he has 2 reinforcements, and like you said, he has an option to go for the objective maybe. But that's kind of an all-in.
I really believe what we see in the Riistan home system may be the advance on the bottom. If he was thinking about being attacked by surprise by this ship and then advance here, then it may not be bad to have an advance and then build somewhere on top because the factory is in the corner is probably safe.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, it has not that many troops there. He could manage 3 at least if he takes this scout, I think. And we see some action in the top left.
Yeah.
Maybe they... It's the question where, the point of tension is during this round.
Yeah, the good thing about this option that we are talking about, that he's able to maybe go for the Tyranids home system. Just the possibility kind of makes Tyranids being cautious about placing too many orders there and being blocked. Otherwise, they could have just placed Dominate and get maybe 2 reinforcements, say, and be ready for fighting.
But this play feels a little like all-in. A
Yes.
bit. Especially if he takes scouts from this free material planet, then...
I don't know, he might also. One option is to counter charge from the middle to the gold mine planet and then down into your home system again and take the factory back.
Like, okay.
Okay, now they're focusing very much on the top.
I see. But yeah, because I feel like Space Marine really needs to defend this objective. It feels safe, but the factory might be lost quickly. Just for the sake of disrupting Riistan plans, I would put an order here. Just to make him think. Yeah, he has only... Space Marine has 2 advance orders, so he had to choose between defending left side, I mean this objective, or going for the right.
Yeah.
Couldn't have to. He picked left, I guess.
Yeah.
Or that was a decoy.
I guess the left one is easier. He has more of a concentrated force that is not locked in the same way on the left.
I agree. Yeah, and you have only 1 gaunt there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's probably not much of a threat, I think. Or maybe we see some effects like, I don't know, quick factory, and then we have like from the previous game.
Yes. Yeah, well, like we talked about earlier in the setup, how we like to play. Like I said, if the way I place in general, where the Devour ship is in the top left or bottom left, that's where my Hive ship would have been. And in that case, it's a really big problem. But then again, maybe I wouldn't have been able to do what Riistan did and take over the home system like he did here.
Yeah, this push in the skies. That's right. But I'm on your side in this way because probably I would like to spread my hive ship and factory as much as possible to have this recruitment possibilities
on both sides of the board. Yeah,
without
especially
much
versus
movement.
Yeah, especially versus Space Marines, I would say, because they're not as mobile as some other factions.
Yeah, and maybe where's the problem? Because this is probably one of the most often brought the argument against the Space Marines is that they have the flexibility and mobility problems. It's not because they have normal ships like every faction does. The problem is they don't have any kind of effects in their event decks that allows them for this quick redeployment over the map. The only kind of effects they have is this orbital bombardment upgrade, tier 2, which allows you to spawn the Space Marines out from the skies.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I planned my games around it when I had battle barges.
Yeah.
Could win the game because it may be very sneaky and not anticipated by opponent, but
I also feel that is more of a win more, not just win, but win more. I'm already winning. In general, their events, I think, from my perspective, since I like Marines, but what I feel is their weakest part is their event deck, I would say. If you had maybe one more, like you say,
movement type, like
movement
shenanigans,
type,
something
yeah,
like this.
something like mob up or in those kind of lines, like you can move something without having to use order.
Exactly, they have very good tactics, three good tactics, which one gives them Bastion, one Space Marines, and another one up to 3 resources or 2 assets. So their tactics are great, really good ones, but they lack one good scheme that can be used to just mend the wounds you've got, because once Space Marines are kicked out from certain positions, they are kicked forever, usually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they had some scheme that gives them some more mobility, that would be interesting.
That's why I mentioned drop pods, because this is only the only way to do something like other faction has in their event deck.
Yes. If drop pods were a scheme or a tactic or something like
Yes.
you rain down Marines somewhere, that would be a good upgrade to the event.
Oh, you see, he blocked his stack of 2. This is what I probably, that was like provocation from Riistan's side.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
want to test me? Okay. And then Riistan has to really think if these 2 orders of Space Marines on the left are, if there is an advance there. Because if not, and another advance is coming in the middle,
I think one is a dominate, but yeah.
okay, he will be chasing that strike cruiser.
If the top left is a build and advance, that could be really strong for Space Marines.
I don't think Alex would pick that risky strategy we
No, I
discussed.
don't think so.
So that's probably pure disruption in the
Mm-hmm.
Tyrann's home system.
But I'm interested to see what he does in the top left, because if you look
Yeah.
at the middle and the top left, they're basically all except one connected without ships being. You don't have to have ships to move between them. So that could be a very good stronghold for the Space Marine if you manage to get a
Maybe,
fracture there.
yeah, maybe he's thinking like, okay, I can consolidate here. There are many planets consolidated, so we'll play it like 8 rounds.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. And if you think about the last game, what happened? Alex got an early objective, and then we went back and forth, and became a long game. And he could uh, give up the objective. He doesn't even maybe have to do it because he blocked with the warp storm. So he has time to build up in the left side to make a stronghold in the middle of the map, basically, on the top left.
Yeah, we seen that the like this point of tension of the game moved from right to left.
Mm-hmm.
From left to right to left. It was like this. Sometimes I'm surprised how quickly I made during my games. I make a decision that I will play it like 8 rounds game.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even at the moment when I set up the board and I spot, because if you commit to that decision, if you I'm not you always have to be opportunistic and try to win as early as possible if that's possible. But if you commit to playing a really long game very early, that changes your mindset about the game, and you try to win the war of attrition instead of making risky moves. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
You really wait every gain and lose, and in the long term, well, this type of mindset has won me some games, to be honest. Sometimes, obviously, I'm losing because it's yeah, you have to play differently.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think, yeah.
I agree with you. If you look at it in long term, it's easier not to lose sight of like the long term economy and stuff like that. But if you just think, oh, I need to get this one objective, I need to get this one objective, then you might put yourself in a harder position than if you just went, oh, well, he's blocked there. I might take this like gold mine planet from him, and then I can win in 2 turns when it's my turn to attack again, and he won't have any money to build up. You know, instead of just like, oh, I have to take this. It's now or never. I had this in a 4-player game I played when we were discussing. We had played like 4 rounds, and we talked about who we were gonna win and stuff, and people were very certain that one player would win, but I didn't see it as that at all, because I mean, it's a 4-player game, and there's a lot of things that can happen. So,
It's one big chaos.
yeah. And also, you put a target on your back, you know, in this game and every other game. As soon as you have more than 2 players, if you and me play against each other, obviously we have targets on each other. But if you introduce a third party, if I have 3 objectives, of course you both are going to think like, oh, maybe we should kill Dominus. So you put a big target on your back by putting yourself in the lead.
Yeah, when 4 good players play, I don't like to be too quick with what you said, putting
Grabbing
target on
objectives.
putting a target on my head. But it's good to be strong second.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this
That
is
took a lot.
another. Oh, okay.
That might be the strategize, I would say. But well, maybe not. That's not that good idea.
I was gonna say build a city, but I don't know.
The question is if he wants to rescue the strike cruiser, if he does need it as much. If he removes it from there, then the scout might be orbital bombarded.
Exactly.
So I think I would just leave this strike cruiser here. And
hope to roll a morale and
reconnaissance again.
Yeah.
It's run number 3. 3, right?
Yes. Might even be worth using a reinforcement to save the strike cruiser also.
Yeah, if that would be a trait that allows you to save strike cruiser, then definitely. It's always better to, well, maybe not always, but usually better to have plastic over the token. Alex is having, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing if Riistan comes for Alex strike cruiser, he's gonna have to leave one of the smaller ships in the home system, so he can't build.
I think, yeah, he will go with both Devour and Leviathan. And what is nice about... Oh, I will just type... Okay. And what is nice about moving the Leviathan ship here is that he already can buy the breeding chambers.
Yes.
And these breeding chambers would be useful because if Alex is considering something like doing a land blob here, because he already has the stronger presence here yet, and maybe wants to consolidate on that, then starting pumping some Tyrannid's forces on this 5 schools planet is good starting point for further expansion.
Yes.
He's not trying to defend this factory at all, I think. He's second. If he does not build this round, he won't have the opportunity to do this next round, I would say. He will be covered. There will be no fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and he's not going to do this. I'm
Oh.
not sure this is not too easily giving up this factory, and
Yeah.
that's why I was not a fan of putting these two together on one planet.
Which two?
Objective and factory,
Yeah.
and the Space Marines
Yeah.
home system. System, well, not home.
Yeah, that's a big target to put a objective and a factory on the same planet.
Especially knowing that Tyranids has already before put the hive ship next to it.
Yeah,
So
you are placing your system next to the hive ship system.
yes, yes, that's the point. You have no forges, so you're not aiming for quick battle barges to counter that. Okay, so strategize in the end. Makes sense.
Hold the line. Yeah.
Usually, oh no, seriously? Faith in the Emperor is probably my keeper from there for the almost entire game. But
I agree with this. I usually don't keep it, but yes.
nice decision. Okay, very unusual choices there.
I think faith in the Emperor can be strong if you're in the lead. But in this case, it won't do anything. At least not in this battle.
I think so.
Oh, he got a
Okay.
morale. Oh, he's gonna yeet the fuck out of there.
The question is, does he got reconnaissance?
Yeah.
If he do, then you know what can happen. He can retreat to this top planet, and if he has an advance, he can still probably won't, but potentially can danger Tyrannid's objective. Probably not, because there is a bastion.
So the chance that he has a recon is about 70%, I would say. I think something like that.
Not sure. It's the funny part. It's not 50. What like you would think it's 50, but somebody counted that it's probably 62 and a half, something like this.
I think the chance of drawing out of I'm not good at this kind of math, but if you have two out of 10, right, and you have to and you draw 5, I think it's around 70% chance that he has one of them. I'm not sure. My math might be off. Then somebody will tell me probably.
Yeah, I have no exactly not an idea, but if he does not draw, then probably he won't buy that explanation, right? Had 70% to retreat.
I think he has it. Yeah.
Yeah, he has it.
See you later. And he should pick the guns. Pick the guns.
Yeah, just to route something.
Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't matter because they're stuck there anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
I would have picked the guns.
Yeah, just to route the hive ship.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably it don't impact the game at all right now. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. Is he gonna bring the scout to the
He's thinking about going for this one. No, I think it makes sense like this.
Yeah, I agree with this.
I would go for factory then.
Build a factory where the scout is at the moment.
Yeah, but the one problem is there is still a devourer, and it can make quick life of this factory at least in terms of building ships.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh. Yeah, with so many upgraded cards on Tyrannid side, it's not that simple to just go with one Space Marine. It's risky. He has reinforcement. The Tyranids does not. So okay.
Oh, okay. He went with one.
I think it's
So he has, but he has, at least he has the glory card, glory or
yes.
death,
The reinforcement. It's okay, but
and he rolled 2 shields. He could be very aggressive here.
it's probably the best Space Marine could wish for.
Yeah, in the rolls and everything.
Oh, we'll see about the cards.
Hmm. I think Space Marine should be able to win this, but
Glory and Death.
yeah,
Glory and Death
Rambush.
here. Or ambush, yeah. Something offensive either way. Because it will probably kill
He will
this
get
scout.
Termagant Brood, most likely, the Tyrannid.
Or Reaper Swarms.
Or
I would say
Reaper Swarms. Yeah, Reaper Swarms. Yeah, if he has.
he might think that I'm already dead. Yeah. Reaper
Then
Swarms.
he loses one more.
Makes sense because he deals also 4 damage. And
To
he
him.
kills. If he kills. 2, yeah, sorry. I mean 2, but if he kills this scout,
Yeah, the scout, yes.
Gaunt Devour at the end of the execution round gain 1 material for each unit destroyed.
He
So
picked a route.
yeah, just not to give him 1 material. Interesting.
Smart.
So the Reaper's War was the best play. He forced him to route.
Strategize. So that's a wasted strategize, or
He
not
wasn't
wasted.
anticipating that.
Hmm.
It seems. So he probably wasn't
Build.
really. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he wasn't anticipating it to have.
I think he was really a bit afraid that Alex might try something in his home system.
Yeah, I think Riistan wanted to shift focus to the top left also. He didn't want to commit to having an attack that doesn't do anything. And this is a strategize. Yeah.
You can use Unwavering Resolve right now because you have Space Marine and Strike Cruiser. Okay, that was strategize.
But Unwavering Resolve can be strong as when you're first player. So
Dominate and
then
build.
more ships, maybe.
So to be honest, if really Alex committed to that attack and upgraded cards before, it could be a surprise for Riistan. I mean, going for directly for Warrior, Gaunt. It's very hard battle, but what do we see? We see the Hive Ship with 2 Forge tokens. One is in its coast and one is used to reduce the level.
Mm-hmm.
2 Hive Ships, that's serious business.
Yeah.
I think this might be a long game. Because
now Space Marines have the ability to start taking over
this
we
blob.
call this the Pangea part of the map. and depending on what cards, they also get 2 event cards. Maybe they get the Bastion card, it could be good, or
Very
another
good.
Space Marine. They have a good chance to draw a good event card here.
He gave up on the factory, I see.
I think Unwavering Resolve is an okay scheme having it as first player, so if he draws like the Bastion tactic, that could be very good here.
The Riistan is preparing forces to maybe invade that Pangea part of the map, because he wouldn't need as much to take this lone factory.
At least it's this time he is the space faction, so it's not so stuck as it was the last game.
Yeah, the
Space Marines get 10, Tyranids get 6, but Tyranids have made good use of the domination, so.
Okay. Yeah, but it's probably last round like this, because next round I see this factory being taken by Tyranids. I really see no way Space Marine can save this.
He had the Space Marine card.
He has 14 material. He really needs forges right now, I would say.
Oh, he got the same combat upgrade, but this time he has 2 hive ships.
Yeah, so he'll just pick Winged Horror for free. And he has all the cards.
Yes, now he's fully
Interesting.
upgraded.
He left Hive Tyrant in his decks. It's usually something I remove first or second.
Yeah, it's one of the first ones I remove.
That's interesting about this game. Different players, different views. There is no one good way to play Forbidden Stars.
And it's different what is good in different situations also, obviously, so that's what makes this game good.
And so replayable.
So now let's see what event cards he gets.
He has 2. Okay,
he has the Space Marine one.
And this one is nice. I wonder if he tries to reinforce because I believe he will pick the heroic intervention right now. No. I mean, the warp would be better for Rites of Battle.
Yes, but he doesn't have a city, so...
Yeah, he will just not make any use of the effect. On the other hand, we have very good effect. But not that good warp movement.
Yes.
Like, I understand he would really like to place this warp between his cruiser and his home Tyranny's home system.
Yes.
Which is Rites of Battle. Not the best tactic in this situation. If he had a city.
If it would allow, if Rites of Battle would allow you to upgrade for a combat upgrade, then it would have been maybe worthwhile. But now I don't know if the warp movement justifies it.
Ah.
Oh.
You know, I just pressed F11 because Brick on the chat told me it hides the interface. It's really much more clear right now. I played TTS 3 for years, and this is like I just learned.
Yeah. I'll do that too then, I guess.
He picked the warp then.
Yeah, but look how he moved it. I'm confused.
I think it's okay. I believe what he might try to do is to establish a safe foothold for building ships. I'm not sure if he would like to try maybe to keep that bridge between Tyranny's home's objective and his Pangea, how we called it.
Yeah.
But it seems he don't want to give up at this point.
But I thought he would move the warp storm so it blocked between his factory and the hive ship. But yeah. I guess this works also.
But that was not possible, probably.
It's not. It was the tactic. It's not unwavering resolve thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rites of Battle tactic. And he still have the scheme.
Yeah.
big building time.
Yeah,
I think so.
he needs to build and spread out over this land mass.
So Space Marine has 14 and Tyranids has 7 material.
Yes.
That's definitely building time.
And for the Tyranids, they kind of need to grab. I mean, the obvious one is the Space Marine factory, right? Where he can get both 2 material and deny the Space Marine 2 material and get the objective and a free factory.
I think it will happen this round. It's just one advance order, and it seems Space Marine cannot do much about this.
And depending on how he plays, he can then continue and take the Space Marine gold mine planet also.
You know, I think there are 2 routes Alex can take right now. First one is to go for very long game of attrition, which he's not the better side here, I would say. But he might try to just, take as many planets as possible and keep Tyranids away. And second scenario is to maybe, of course, there are some hybrid ones, and it will turn out it will be third one we didn't consider. But second one is I'm looking at this Bastion and Free Scouts.
Yes.
These forces will be frozen here until the end of the game, probably. So maybe I will try to go for ships, for some battle barges. The problem is I have not many forges available to contest Tyranids in space, and this way I can make these forces useful somehow later on. And why I'm thinking about this is also because he can dominate there. He can slowly upgrade them, get some forges. If he able to break at least in one place the space blockade of Tyranids, he will be able to use them all at once, and that will be really big boost.
Yeah, and also if he dominates and turns the scouts into Space Marines, he can get drop pod assaults and use that to move the Space Marines around.
Also, that's true. Yes, that can. That's funny, but this Bastion can be providing him free, let's say, free Space Marines for combats.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they are useless as for now.
The bad part about drop pod assault is that it's random in its nature, that you need the dice, but depending on how you fight, might actually be good.
I think Alex has good experience in rolling moral dice today, so
yes.
probably it will be, I just guess, but it might be something in between that you still want to take as much land as possible, but also trying to build some ships and finding a hole. And to be honest, I overlooked a bit the bottom left part of the map where the city is. The city is free.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly free, but
it's open for attack. But the Devourer ship is threatening to block the spaceport of the Space Marines. So.
I think it may happen. We'll see one advance here and another one in another factory system. Building with hive ship?
I think it might be on advance.
I think so. He goes this way.
Factory and then the gold mine.
Ah, like this. Okay, so he goes for 2 things at once. For 2 material planet with objective and 3 material planet.
before the Space Marine can reinforce there.
Makes sense, and then don't care about the ships because that will be very strong blow against Space Marines. Okay, here it comes.
That might be a build.
I think
Okay.
this is an advance, and in his home system he might have a strategize to get breeding chambers and maybe build something, but we'll see. That's one of the options because he haven't got much material, just 7. Or double advance on the bottom.
Or he could strategize and build. He could strategize in his home system and build, just like you said with the hive ship.
This is something I would consider because I would, being Tyrannid, I would just think how to make this game safer. And when Space Marine is not able to move that much, it would be quite safe. Okay. He's preparing to defend.
I think he wants to put the threat towards the last objective also. Alex, that is.
Unexpected. Just 1 unit.
Yeah.
This might be strategized build play.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Because he haven't got breeding chambers, haven't got
And
yet.
then
Yeah.
he has had advance to block the spaceport topside. So strategize, yeah.
Yeah. Breeding chambers coming, right. I would probably play like this round as well.
And then build on the gold next to the gold mine and then advance on the top to block the spaceships.
You have more options because these units can really quickly go towards next factory and next objective. So this might be an attempt to quickly win this game by Tyrannids. To, open new front.
Yeah.
Warrior and Gaunt, right? Right, and that brings him down to 0. Yeah, because 2 units can be built. Okay, Space Marines. Strategize. Drop pods, you called it. Reconnaissance was surprisingly useful this game. It's hard to tell what to drop.
This is very hard. I don't know which one I would have dropped.
I probably would go for either Reconnaissance or Blessed Power Armor. I would not like to get rid of too many guns because Tyrannids are still prone to the damage.
Yeah.
On the other hand, he has all the cards, a lot of offensive potential, so you need some defense. He already has the whole... Oh, yeah. So this is happening. So no ships there.
No.
Oh, I see his problem. He has 3 scouts there. Has no city, cannot build another scout to occupy this planet because these 3 scouts are freezing his capacity.
Yeah, it's blocked.
Quite unfortunate. Okay, he will have Space Marine.
Yeah, I should turn that scout into a...
He has no reason not to.
Now at least when he has a city, he can get upgrades like Direct to Faithful or
Bastion building.
Bastion building, yes.
Direct the Faithful is probably one of my favorite skins in the entire game. So many options. It's the card that allows you to swap one building with another.
Yes.
No, no, I cannot look at that.
Oh my god.
He's really unlucky if it comes to the events. It's third times he draw Rights of Battle this game.
Yeah.
But at least right now he can have. Oh, maybe that's not that bad this time because he can have.
He can get the order up here, yeah.
For one.
I don't know. Did he realize that?
Maybe
or did he have... Could he do the text? Yes, he got drop all the assaults. He could have done the text.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Oh.
I would have gotten Direct to Faithful, I feel like.
Uh-oh. By accident, I changed my controls. Okay. I cannot... Okay, I can. I wasn't able to move. Okay, never mind. TTS, it's... I mean, you have to learn the... how to use all the shortcuts.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get Direct to Faithful for one there.
He could have, yeah. It's always an option, just for one. Very good card. I love it to quickly get combat cards level 2 and 3 and go back to factories.
Even turned Bastion World to a city and upgrade, maybe. Depends.
I usually, when I use it, I buy it very early and I switch my factory over the city, get one good card, and then go back to factory next round. This is really nice if you're going very aggressive. I mean, very aggressive. Like technologically aggressive, yeah? With Land Riders, and you have Break the Line or Armored Advance to back it up, then it's really good.
Yeah. Isn't Riistan first player now? Or am I wrong?
Let me see. It's round number 5.
Or am I thinking the wrong way? I thought Riistan was first play this round, but maybe I'm wrong.
It was who started the game? Riistan. So round number 5. Now it will be Riistan, I think. Yeah.
This round he will be first player, correct?
That's correct.
Ah. Maybe they just haven't moved the token, so.
Moment, I'll just write them.
They know about it at least because Riistan placed first.
Yeah, just to have clear indicator for the people watching later on.
Yep. I mean, the marine objective is it's not out of reach for the Space Marine.
That's true. These warps also somehow limited Tyranids.
Tyranids have 3 pop planet where they have the objective, so they kind of have to handle that strike cruiser before the Space Marines come over and take over that world.
You think Alex might try to win this right now?
I think that kind of depends, but I think it's gonna be hard for him to come back. Otherwise, on the other hand, the Tyranid player is kind of out of position now when I'm looking at the map with his ships, his fleet. So Alex could go for a space battle and then try to build up for the long game.
I like this idea of attacking Space Marine's objective. Because he's second, he can even wait out with unwavering resolve one time if situation calls for it. There is advance on the bottom this time. I strongly feel it may be.
Yeah.
For Riistan, a small problem is that he's not able to use the forces he has built previous round because yeah, the warp cut him off. Okay, here we have brood nests. Yeah, but you're true. I wonder why he didn't buy Direct the Faithful. Maybe he just...
If he bought Direct the Faithful, he could have gone for, break
Tier
the
2.
line or something. Yes, and then dominate and attack with break the line.
Yeah,
for example.
I think that's a mistake when you have 14 in material. Maybe, but I can understand why he draw it third time. He saw
Yes.
it. Oh well, third time
Maybe-
the same thing.
Yeah, and maybe it doesn't even register like, of course I built a city,
Yeah.
It happens to me all the time, and then it's they already played a long game, and it's a final, so you're probably concentrating a lot, and now a second game, a long second game, and like you said, he draws it for the third time.
It happens to me as well, but the other way out. When I lose the city, I still has it in my register, and I try to build something, some units, and my opponent reminds me, "You don't have a city right now."
And then you say, I didn't forget what I learned.
Oh.
Double Tyranid. I mean, if he was going to go aggressive for the objective this round, he should definitely have gotten Direct to Faithful, but I'm not sure he will. He might just consolidate the top left with his ship. But I'm unsure that he can win the space battles against the Tyranids.
Might be hard, even despite having one more die on this small ship.
And then I would probably think that he is gonna lose his gold mine.
I have an impression, yeah, it's something I would do myself probably at this point. He's going for all in, I think.
Oh, he's going for it, yeah.
I think so. Big building time in factory, advance in the middle, and another advance.
Oh. I feel for him that he didn't get the direct the faithful, but yeah.
And you still would have one order to do the direct the faithful. Okay, but this disruption may be overcome with unwavering resolve. We'll see.
Do you think he blocked a dominator?
Here?
Yeah.
In the middle?
And now he places an
Oh
advance.
yeah, that might be the case.
I think so. So he has build, advance, and then a dominate on the bottom there.
But having situation like this, I would probably start with advancing directly into the factory, into the bastion, into the objective, because if they run its counter-strike, I will have no ship.
Yeah.
Difficult. You see, having 2 strike cruisers there would be better. Are they showing something to each other? Okay.
He's playing on it to place gaunts.
So, one is there and one is there. It's before revealing an order, not instead. Okay. Bloodbath time. Okay, that will be quick.
Yeah. I think maybe Alex might have wanted a gun even. Play an ambush.
Or Glory and Death, something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Okay. Yeah.
The problem is he had nowhere to retreat anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, one unit can only stay here.
One needs to die. So I don't know which one he has most of. Yeah, he kills that, so he can build it somewhere else.
But he has 6 warriors in his reserve in total.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like if he had direct the faithful, he could have at least got an upgrade here. And
yes, replacing the bastion, for instance.
This is very much an all-in. But he has 3 reinforcements, so I guess It's possible, and he'll roll a lot of shields. But I think he has attacks here, Riistan. So we'll see if Alex manages to win. I think there's a.
How many cards do he has upgraded?
He has drop pod assault.
3.
So
Yeah.
he can bring another marine from his home.
Or scout, but he did not roll any morale so
And
far.
morale so far, yes. But he has hold the line that gives him a morale, for example. Then again,
Okay.
Tyranids have Tarmagant Brood, and yeah, I think he will
go for it.
Mm-hmm. So
Well, the math is a bit against Space Marines here. Termagant Brute is just so good.
Mm-hmm. Is he thinking about either routing one? Yeah.
Space Marine.
Yeah. But he is attacking, but he has the glory or death card, so he could rally in the attack if he has it on his hand.
I think he took the morale to use drop pods this round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He will. I think this will be a drop. Oh, no? Okay.
No.
And in the end, he used drop pods? Yes, no.
Maybe.
Maybe he didn't get drop pods though.
But we'll do the swing. If this is another Termagant Brute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's another Termagant Brood.
This is +3 morale, +4, 5 guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much.
But he can rally his forces using his. Yeah. They're gonna be routed, but he can rally before the Tyrannid can
The
attack.
combat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it could be worse. He lost 3 reinforcements, so
Yes.
the next battle wouldn't be that good, I think.
No.
He really needs better cards. Oh, and he will prepare before that moment.
So he can build. He doesn't have the money for it, but he could build 6 units because he has the hive ship also.
The capacity is becoming the problem at this point.
Mm-hmm. Not a warrior. Oh, it's a dominate. I see. Turn that into
Oh,
a tank. Yeah.
and right there.
Yeah,
Alex is
the ship is irritating.
destroying my game.
Yes. He's probably saying, I love this ship. Thank you for keeping me company.
You saw there was an advance on the bottom. So this is a decoy.
Yeah. Yeah, so then he won't use Unwavering Resolve this round, since he doesn't have to. At least now, Alex, you should get Direct the Faithful, I think.
Definitely.
Please. Or is he...
Bastion card is a good place to use it. Not exactly, because this is blocked. Yeah, drop pods are great, but it's good to have ships.
Yeah. Then you need a spaceport where you can build ships.
Oh yeah,
which he doesn't have.
Another problem.
Yeah. But if you get Direct the Faithful and you get, say, a Bastion, you place it down in the middle, all of a sudden you can Direct the Faithful and build. Or you get the Bastion, the Recruitment Worlds. It's the same thing.
Yeah, these two works together quite nicely as well. Definitely he has to buy some card because he's at the material cap anyway.
Yes, Veteran Scouts can be really good. Question is what you want to switch out.
I like this card. It's very fun combination with Emperor's Glory. I pulled it maybe once in life, maybe 2 times, something like this. When you first play Emperor's Glory, you turn all your dice into morale, and then you play Veteran Scouts.
One of the first games I played, I got Veteran Scouts. Oh, he decided not to get it.
What?
He decided not to get Veteran Scouts.
But this is better than any of the starting cards anyway.
Yeah, I think so too. But maybe he'll still get it. I don't know.
Okay.
Recruitment Worlds or Direct the Faithful, I would say. Do you think he has an advance, or is this a build?
Good question.
I think it's an advance, but we'll see.
He paid 2. So what? Okay, Direct the Faithful.
Direct the Faithful, yeah. So if he would have gotten Direct the Faithful before, he could have both Recruitment Worlds and Direct the Faithful, which would benefit him more, I would say. And it's a build.
City? Or factory? Or Bastion even? I mean, it has... Okay, the factory, yeah, because he would like to get ships as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Another problem is he does not have any forges. and he really needs forges, I would say. He has a lot of money. He could have these battle barges.
Well, now I think he has at least options. He has 2 factory systems. The Tyranids have a very strong fleet present to come into this system where he just built the factory, but he can just run away with the strike cruiser and take the battle in his previous home system with a reinforcement. So he could win that battle, and if he just kills the Tyranid, that is also good. He doesn't need to win and survive.
That's also true. At least
he
us,
gained
he
2
can.
forge tokens. Okay.
Oh well, so we can expect another hive ship, I believe.
Yeah.
This one was built by this card from forges from this card. What
So-
about?
Yeah, it's.
The warps are still okay for him.
Yeah, does he want to replace his scheme with the Emperor's Champion? No. Because he's first player, or yes?
He didn't use unwavering resolve so far, so maybe he think this might be more useful.
Yeah, it's certainly more flexible, I would say. Okay.
He kept unwavering resolve. So, round number 6. Now Alex is first player.
Yeah, but at least he's able to unlock his spaceport if he manages to win against the Tyranid.
You're talking about 1 versus 1 combat ship. I see big threat from Tyranid's side. It's the hive ship in the middle.
Yeah.
He might ignore the top
And
if
build.
he's
Or...
yeah, and just go right and build with hive ships on this left bottom to start threatening directly the objective. Obviously, well, he can do the same thing from top right. So many options when you have ships everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe that's even faster.
It's interesting, they're both quite rich. Alex still on 14 material, but that's also from not using the material, so material not spent. But if he manages to build, if he opens up a spaceport, for example, he can put out a lot of ships all over the sudden. But I think, just like you said, he needs to start building battle barges. Then again, he has Director Faithful, so he has the ability to do so if he uses Director Faithful in a good way.
But you need one more thing.
You need a forge.
Forge tokens, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's quite difficult for Space Marines, I would say.
Yeah.
Because even if he's successful winning maybe one important battle, there is still other angles that Tyrannid is strong at. Oh. 。 So that may be direct attempt at going there through the middle.
Through the middle, yes.
So probably the easiest solution. He decided even not to build any reinforcement.
And here comes the one-on-one ship combat. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. And also he can reinforce.
And he has a reinforcement, yes. And the Tyrannid doesn't have any morale now, so an ambush and he's...
Yes. Glory and death.
Yeah, and he removes the shield, yes.
See, one reinforcement and still 2 guns, 3 with card, 1 shield.
Yeah, at
and
least
it's in space combat even.
And like you said before, Farao, on some cards, you have to have a unit requirement. Like on the Glory and Death, you have to have a Space Marine or a Strike Cruiser.
That's right.
But on Termagant Brood, you don't need anything.
Everything works just perfectly out of the box. In space, in land.
Yes.
And that's not everything. He'll reduce his damage by 1 during the next round. He just put a shield to remember, but this is different mechanics than...
He gets 2 shields. One for the destroyed and one for the
and von routed, 2 shields.
Yeah. So he lost the reinforcement he gained, and his plastic unit got routed, so he gets 1 shield for each.
You know what? This card would be still strong even it has no icons on it in this state.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think it's when they designed this card, they were looking at Tyranids and went, oh my god, they are glass cannons, they are gonna die. So they went a bit overboard on the defensive aspects of this card. I mean, Space Marines are defensive. Imagine if they had this kind of card, it would be insane.
Hive Tyrant.
Hive Tyrant. So he kept Hive Tyrant, let's see. So is he playing Hive Tyrant or is he thinking about Winged Horror? No.
No, he played it and its effect size placement on the plan.
Exactly.
It's like Command of the Autarch. Oh, sorry. And Hive Tyrant works with Hive Ship, probably the only starting card that has a combat level 2 unit in its effect. Okay, he'll be able to do it. Yeah. Yeah, Space Marine has won the battle.
Yeah, which was kind of required for this game to keep going, I would say. And the good thing is at least he can't counterattack from the bottom left.
It's true. That's true, but I think Alex will have other problem very soon.
Well, depending on how, if he put a re-aggression, he can use unwavering resolve. So if he survives and gets pushed back, he can rally and then push into him.
Okay.
And
yeah.
even with a fleet, so depending on how this turns out, he can be in a pretty strong position to gain his last objective next round.
It may be a trap somehow. Okay, what is there? It's Space Marine?
No. It's Tyranid strategize.
Okay, for a moment I thought it's maybe finally make use of.
Yeah, turn.
Direct the Faithful. Because he really needs combat level tier 2 to
Yes, he needs break the line or something.
something
or
of
even,
that sort.
I'm actually in favor sometimes, depending on how the game goes, I go for Emperor's Glory, which is also a very strong Space Marine
Emperor's
card.
Glory.
Yeah, in my
Yeah,
opinion. If you
especially
manage to
versus
get
orcs.
yeah. And just in general that you get 2 dice and they're sorely lacking in dice. Okay, so he's
Let's
getting...
see. Okay, so combat level tier 2, it's...
He removed Hive Tyrant and he got... Oh, I thought he would go for Skyting Talons, but he got... I don't remember the name for it.
It's me too. It's the one with 2 icons only, I believe. It's something with rally, I'm not sure because this... they broke the script, I believe.
No, I think it's fine as long as it's
Yes?
placed. Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
Okay, because they moved the combat deck and...
Oh, here comes Direct the Faithful.
Oh yeah, this is what I was expecting. I did not see what card he clicked. It's probably break the line, yeah. Break the line, okay.
For Blessed
Okay, that's...
Now, yeah. And also Crusade, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
If you have the money.
I mean, even Recruitment Worlds would be okay.
Crusade is okay. I mean...
If he gets pushed off the middle and he uses Crusade to attack back, then, yeah.
Depends on his plans on spending rest of material, but I hope finally he do. Oh.
Yeah, here comes the attack.
Oh, it will be an attack.
Yeah, if he manages to survive, he can use
One moment, they make the mistake.
Oh, he needs to keep the ship there. Otherwise, the backline can't move. So the mistake Farah was talking about in this game, first the aerial units move and then the ground units. And in this case, he needs to keep a ship back, so to be able to move the backline of the ground units. Now we have a warrior that is still on the planet.
Yeah, that's battle.
Can you type it to them? This is a bad roll for...
Whoa, I now realized it's...
This is a very bad roll for Space Marines. He would like to be able to survive, so he can
use
back.
unwavering resolve.
Yes, and come back stronger.
I'm not sure anything will be in condition to get back.
No. He just upgraded to break the line and removed power armor. Power armor would actually be
which would surprisingly good this
here.
match.
Yes. So really unlucky.
Okay, new card.
Synaptic
control.
Yes. So he should gain 2 guns, or yeah. I guess he would pick 2 guns. He's gonna go for the morale, yeah. And then he will or maybe not.
Drop pods?
Yeah, I was thinking about drop pods.
I'm not sure it makes a difference. If he had only shields, then it would make sense. But if you cannot make up defense, then there will be just more units which will die. Oh, and this is... Oh, yeah. So he destroyed his reinforcement token to gain 3 guns, so 5 in total that card generated. And potentially additional 2 next round. Okay. He goes Rambo.
Because I think he has a build and he dies, yes. I think this might be good anyways.
That made sense.
Not losing is not good, obviously, but he has a build and then an advance, probably.
Because right now, this lone warrior is not... Uh-oh.
He had a build there, that's not good. That is not good. I thought he would have an advance there.
He not, but Tyrannid has in his home system.
Now Tyranids can block the space.
Will he go 1-on-1 to take objective? He's certainly thinking about it.
Yeah, I think he will block the space with his ships. Yeah. That's probably what I would have been doing.
That's safe.
Yes. Considering the card advantage also. Because break the line doesn't work with strike cruisers, but he has cards that work with his hive ship.
That's true.
So I think this is the safer option.
Do we have reconnaissance? No.
No, he does not have reconnaissance. Reconnaissance would actually have been also a good card in the last battle. But he got really unlucky with the rolls there, going all out guns on the last battle. you think Alex is thinking about her?
To be honest, there aren't many good options there.
No. He can.
You cannot kill anything here. He has the hive ship.
And he has some morale.
Yeah, you probably aren't going to go on morale.
Maybe play Glory or Death and then an ambush afterwards. I don't know. If you have the option.
Yeah, that may be okay, but I expect Tarmagant Brute to be played from Tyranids, and that's gives you offense, defense. Oh no, he started to play new card.
Still gets a reinforcement though.
Yeah, and gets a die. It's good, but not that much better than 0 level card. Okay, drop pot assault just for the die.
And the combat icons, he gets a shield. And
He'll try to survive, definitely.
Yeah.
This is the only point. Oh.
Which Riistan recognizes.
Hold the line. 2 times. Okay. I'd rather hold the line and he'll be able to survive, I think.
Yeah, yes, I think so. But he will be pushed away from the spaceport. So the Tyranids once again block him.
Yeah, the only legit place here. Oh, another build. So he has the build.
Yeah, I was hoping he would have an attack though in in the middle.
Okay, that's quite big.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, of course he gets the Bastion there if he loses.
That will be hard for Tyranids to break through.
Yeah, especially he is second player, right? And depending on how he plays, he could get Emperor's Glory, for example, to with the Director Faithful to be able to tank even harder. And he has break the line there, so.
Emperor's Glory, you think?
I don't think he will go for that. I think he will go for the factory.
Or show no fear. The problem is, it's hard to... Does he have any options to get the Tyranids objective?
He only gets 4 in material, right?
Oh yeah.
So he's really, the economy is starting to get really strangled, and the Tyranids, they aren't getting less money.
More money. But
They are
Tyranids
getting
already had 14.
Yeah, exactly. They could get a Bio-Titan in on the Pangea world here in the middle, and if he doesn't reclaim that factory.
Yeah, he has forges, but just one city. Ah no, sorry, 2 cities.
He has 2 cities and 2 forges, so the question is, how do you do this? I feel like, of course, it's up to Alex to try to break this deadlock or like stranglehold that Riistan has on his both his economy and the control of the map. And it's round 7, so he really needs to set up for a round 8 takeover of the objective.
The problem is it's just 4 advance order that remained for
Yes.
Alex.
He really needs to push out and then somehow be able to build ships. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah,
You have hive ships on 2 sides of the main, like middle tile that you need to control and be able to build on.
there is something funny he might try. It's like going with this strike cruiser through the middle system and fight with one Devour bioship that's sitting next to best city and free scout.
Yeah.
And maybe trying something from that angle, but like there aren't big chances to success with that mission. What about the worlds? Maybe there is a hope too. There is 4 for Space Marines at the moment, and 7 for Tyranids.
Yes.
7, 8. So
yeah,
it's also not
8 for Tyranids.
That's not good information as well.
So it would be 6 to 6 if we manage to secure both worlds in the middle. But I'm not sure he will be able to do that. But then again, the middle bottom tile is very weak, so if he manages to secure half of Pangea in the middle again, then he's in a good like state to be able to at least secure more planets, I would say.
There is one neutral planet. It will be easy for Tyranids to move there as well. But I feel like Tyranids might try to just kill this. To go in, with full glory.
Do you think they will go for Space Marines factory or
for objective, I think?
For objective.
Not sure this round because there aren't many ground units for Tyranids, but he has 14 material, 2 forges. Pretty good deck.
I think the bottom middle might be an attack. I'm not sure.
I think so. He might be. Maybe he thinks he catch the Riistan off guard. Riistan will be focusing over getting the objective, and he will do some kind of weird shenanigans with this one strike cruiser, which is not much. Okay, he went for factory then.
Yeah, that's I expected that. bard.
So that was
Yeah.
only... Okay.
Yes.
Rain of Fire comes into play.
On the... Oh my god. He rolled 2 shields and morale.
And what?
And a morale.
I see.
But he can convert 1 morale into a gun at least.
Okay,
So,
that's
he...
good.
Yeah.
If he rolled 3 shields, I would feel sorry for him.
Yeah. I was about to say it's gonna be very, very hard not to be able to kill the Gaunt, and then he almost manages to roll.
The bad information is he has built on bottom.
And he's breeding chambers.
But like we said at the very beginning, probably this game was quite decided in space. I think the map setup from Alex's side was very risky. He set his factory and objective next to Hive ship.
Oh, he only built a warrior, but that's just to consolidate that planet, okay. I thought he would maybe build a Bio-Titan, just to flex. With a high ship.
Does he has any limit? No. No unit level limit.
So that high ship could have spit out a Bio-Titan.
For Chaos, it's not possible with Red Ritual. Chaos has similar effect, but not building with ships, but building without the factory.
I think if I were, obviously this is just me like thinking out loud, but one thing that could make Space Marines have more maneuverability would be, say they had this ability but with their battle barges, that they could build with the battle barges, for example. Something like that is it would make them more viable, at least in, I think, 4-player games, because I think in 4-player games is where they have a hard time.
That would be good, but I think they try to align the theme with the mechanics as close as possible.
Yeah.
Probably it makes more sense with like breeding chambers,
Yes.
than some, I don't know, onboard factories.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so he turned that into a bastion. We'll play for the morale victory, I guess. And he gets a morale. Yeah, he gets 3 shields, yeah. Good luck getting more morale than the Tyranid in this case, yes.
Yeah.
There is Termagant Brood again. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with bastions.
No, 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 no.
No. You can't. I think that's the logical list that it works with Bastions. I thought so too when I saw the card, but it doesn't.
Maybe the artwork is a bit similar to Bastion.
No, it's a drop pod, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I guess so. A drop pod looks like a Bastion maybe. Okay, he needs to remove one of his cards.
So the
But it doesn't
takeover
matter, yeah.
successful. So he went for these planets.
How is he getting 2 reinforcements?
What?
I think he thinks he has the the factory, but he doesn't.
Okay, they realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think part of how this game was played, it's that it was second game today
Mm-hmm.
in already very long session.
Yes.
I think all feels that too.
Yeah, but like you said, deciding factors now when you've seen the game, which I mean, like you said, spectating is a lot easier, but the setup and then not retreating the strike cruisers, I think, in the combat, and also not getting direct to faithful, some of those decisions might have changed some things, but maybe not the game entirely. You know.
Yes, the things. Okay.
So we can see.
So, congratulations then, Inquisitor.